I'm so grateful you're here with me for week 13, boundaries and a sane Christmas, recovery and peace in the holiday season. If you're anything like me, Christmas doesn't just come with lights and carols. It also shows up with pressure, expectations, and about 1,000 emotional landmines that can set off old patterns in a heartbeat. So today, from one fellow traveler in recovery to another, I want to talk about one of the most important gifts you can give yourself this Christmas: boundaries. Not cold, rigid walls built from fear, but loving limits that protect your sobriety, your sanity, and your peace when the world gets loud. We're told Christmas is supposed to feel magical, but for many of us in recovery, it can feel more like a freight train. Too many invitations, too much family drama, too much alcohol around, too many you should and why aren't you questions. And in the middle of all that, there's you, doing your best to stay sober, stay present, and stay sane. So here's your challenge for this week and for this Christmas. Choose and honor one clear boundary to protect your peace this Christmas week. Write it down. Tell someone you trust. And practice it without apology. That's your assignment. Now, let's talk about how to actually live that out. Christmas has a way of convincing us we're supposed to be everywhere, do everything, make everyone happy. But recovery teaches us a different order of priorities. Your sobriety and your sanity come first out always. That's not selfish. That's sacred. So I invite you to ask yourself, gently but honestly, what do I need this week to stay spiritually and emotionally safe? What situations are risky for my recovery right now? Where do I already feel that tightness in my chest when I think about certain plans? Maybe your boundary is, I'll leave the party when the drinking gets heavy. I need my own transportation so I can leave when I'm ready. I'm skipping that one gathering where chaos always wins over connection. You are allowed to do that. Practice a simple sentence with me. I can't do that this year, but thank you for thinking of me. That's enough. The people who truly love you will survive your no. Your recovery is worth that kind of courage. Let's talk about family for a second. You know how you can walk into a holiday gathering and instantly feel 12 years old again? The old roles snap back on like a costume you never asked to wear. The problem one. The disappointment. The one who has to keep the peace so nobody explodes. Recovery gives you permission to step out of that script. Healthy contact with family might look different now. Shorter visits instead of marathons. Plan breaks outside to breathe and call your sponsor. Choosing not to engage in the same destructive conversations. You can love your family and still limit your exposure to their chaos. Try holding this phrase in your heart. I am allowed to step away. When that familiar knot forms in your stomach at the dinner table, that's your body talking to you. That's your internal boundary system saying, hey, something doesn't feel safe here. You're allowed to listen. Before recovery, many of us were professional people pleasers, saying yes when we meant no, just to avoid conflict or disappointment. Christmas cranks that pressure up even higher. So this week, practice pausing before you respond. Do I really have the capacity for this? Will this help or harm my recovery? Am I saying yes out of love or out of fear and guilt? If it's a no, try this. I can't take that on right now, but I appreciate you asking. No big story. No over-explaining. No apologizing for having limits. The people who can love the real you, the you with needs, limits, and boundaries, will survive your honesty. And if someone can't handle your boundary, their disappointment is not your emergency. Let's get really practical for a moment. Christmas Eve is often loud, busy, and overstuffed with expectations. Sometimes the most radical thing you can do is get quiet. Choose one sacred, quiet ritual just for you. A meeting, in person or online. A walk outside to look at the Christmas lights and talk to your higher power. 10 minutes in your room with a candle lit, just breathing and praying. Reading one spiritual page while everyone else watches a movie. You don't need permission to step away and center yourself. If someone asks where you went, you can simply say, I just needed a few minutes to center myself. Most people get that. And even if they don't, you're still allowed to take that time. Now, Christmas Day deserves a clear, loving boundary around your sobriety. This isn't expecting failure. This is honoring how precious your recovery really is. Decide now, who will I call if I feel shaky? What's my exit plan if things feel unsafe? What meetings or online spaces are available today? Write it down. Put it in your phone. Your clear mind, your safety, your sobriety, that's your Christmas gift to yourself and to everyone who loves you. The day after Christmas can feel like an emotional crash. The rush is over. The feelings hit. The what now settles in. Instead of forcing yourself to power through, try this. Today, my job is to recover from the holiday, not to outperform it. Offer yourself gentle structure. Extra rest. A recovery meeting. A walk outside. Journaling about what actually came up for you this week. Your nervous system has run a marathon. Let your boundaries be a soft place to land. And before we close, I want you to really hear this. Your sobriety is a Christmas gift. Even if nobody says thank you. Even if the room is still a little awkward. Even if some people don't understand your boundaries yet. When you stay sober today, you give your kids a safer parent. You give your partner a calmer holiday. You give your loved ones a version of you that's present, not lost in the fog. Put your hand on your heart for a second, if you can, and say, staying sober today is a gift I give to myself and to the people I love. That is enough. And it matters more than you know. As this Christmas week unfolds, look back and notice. Where did I leave early to protect my peace? Where did I say no when I used to say yes? Where did I choose quiet over chaos? Those are wins. Those are boundaries that worked. Write down 3 of them at the end of the week. Those are tools you can carry into the new year, not just for Christmas, but for your whole life. Boundaries are not a sign that you're selfish. They're a sign that you're healing. They're a sign that you're starting to believe your peace, your recovery, and your future are worth protecting. And they are. This Christmas, may you remember, your no is holy. Your peace is worth defending. Your recovery matters more than anyone's momentary disappointment. You are not doing this alone. We are walking this road with you, one day, one boundary, one brave choice at a time. From all of us at Map to Victori, Merry Christmas, friend. Keep protecting your peace. Keep choosing recovery. Motivation in every thread, recovery in every choice.